Welcome, everyone, and thank you so much for investing the time to learn to save a life. I'm Doug Dunbar with CBS 11 News. During today's training, we'll be joined by some local dignitaries who will help us walk you through the simple steps you'll need to save a life. Across the nation, the chances of surviving cardiac arrest and sudden cardiac death outside of the hospital are about 5%. Here in Fort Worth, chances are a little better at 8%. However, in communities like Seattle, Washington, that number closer to 16%. So although we are better than the national average, we think our community can do a little bit better. And you are the key to a better chance. The #1 predictor of whether or not someone survives sudden cardiac death is whether or not hands-only CPR by a bystander was done before rescuers arrive. That is why MedStar, the Fort Worth Emergency Services Collaborative, Fort Worth Fire Department, and CBS 11 and TXA 21 have all gotten together to launch the Take 20 for Life campaign as part of Mission Heart Restart Fort Worth, with a goal to train 25,000 residents in hands-only CPR in 5 years.
Are you okay? Are you okay? Are you awake? Quick, you call 911. Get an AED. Counts. We need 100 counts. Have you done CPR?
Yes.
Count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Thank you.
Call for help now. Remove all clothing from patient's chest. Do not touch patient.
Okay, back up.
Evaluating heart rhythm. Everyone clear.
Everybody clear?
Flashing button. Shock delivered. Provide chest compression and rescue breath.
You okay?
Okay.
Okay, just rest.
Just rest.
Thank you so much.
What you just saw is a textbook case of providing compression-only CPR and an AED while awaiting medical responders. It's a lot to take in all at once, we know that. So let's break down the steps for you. First, establishing unresponsiveness. If you find someone who appears to be unconscious, or if you witness someone becoming unconscious, first make sure that they are truly unresponsive and not just sleeping. Gently shake the victim, maybe yell, "Hey, hey," or "Are you okay?" This is important to assure that the victim is truly in need of medical help or is just sleeping, perhaps. Step 2, calling 911. If they do not wake up, instruct someone around you to call 911. Or if there's no help, call yourself. Getting help coming as soon as possible is key. Otherwise, you'll be doing CPR for a long time by yourself. Also, calling 911 will then allow the MedStar call taker to provide you with reminder CPR instructions and let you know if there is a registered AED in your area. If there is, send someone to go and get the AED. Next, check to see if they are breathing. And a reminder, you do not need to tip the head back or do anything other than look to see if they're breathing. Listen for the sounds of breathing and feel for any air coming out of the nose or the mouth. The easiest way to do this is to bend down close to the mouth and the nose area, and then turn your head to look at the chest. If after 5 to 10 seconds you don't detect any breathing, or if they are only gasping for breath, it's time to move to chest compressions. If possible, quickly bare the victim's chest to make it easier to find landmarks for chest compressions. If they are wearing clothing that is difficult to remove, just leave it in place. Step number 5, finding the landmark for chest compressions. Position the heel of your hand directly in the center of the victim's chest. Draw an imaginary line through the center of the chest, top to bottom, to find the imaginary line between the nipples. There is a flat, bony part there. It's called the sternum. Once the heel of one hand is placed there, place your other hand on top of the first hand. Interlock your fingers to prevent your hands from sliding and to assure that you're only pressing on the center of the chest. Then, kneel directly alongside the victim with your shoulders directly over your hands. This will help you use your body weight to compress the chest. If you haven't already, let's practice your hand in your body position for chest compressions. First, grab the foam pads that you have in your kit. You're going to place one right in front of you, either on the floor or the table. Now, place your hands in the center of this foam pad like we saw in the video. One hand down, the other hand interlocked, and all the weight on the heel of your hand. Now, kneel down so your shoulders are right over your hands, like this. And be sure to keep your arms locked out. Chest compressions are very tiring, and a bend in the arm will make you use more arm muscle as opposed to just your body weight, which is going to be a lot easier. After a few compressions, and they recommend 100 per minute, this may affect the quality of your compressions if you don't have your weight centered over the top of the victim. Step number 6, start chest compressions. As we just demonstrated for you, now that you're in proper position, you'll go and press down at least 2 inches on the chest at a rate of 100 times per minute, as we shared. You can use a song like Row, Row, Row Your Boat or Staying Alive by the Bee Gees to help keep a good chest compression rhythm occurring on each beat. Go ahead and try it for 100 compressions.